And how about the document sharing? If you as a lender,
Yes.
or let's say I was a lender, if I uploaded all the documents to ProDeal, can I restrict who gets to see what document?
Yeah. So essentially what we've done is we've brought in a piece where you can very granularly determine who has visibility to what. So essentially, as the lender, you would have, like I'd say, like a master checklist, essentially. So you get to see everything that's going on, all the documents that are attached, living in the real-time checklist. And then from there, you could granularly determine, let's say I want my broker who's a party on the deal to see certain documents. Maybe I want my lender's counsel to be able to see, other documents. I want the borrower only to have a choice field. So you can granularly determine that.
And then how about the checklist? So if you create a checklist, let's say, I'm trying to think of examples of line items, but let's just say I'm a lender. I put in, here's a checklist of everything that needs to be done prior to closing. Can I take one item on that checklist and assign it to someone who's part of the deal?
Yeah.
And say, hey, that's your responsibility, and then you check it off when done?
100%. You could assign it to one person, you could assign it to multiple teams, and we've made it so that it's very simple to do so. You do it all within 2 clicks. It's great to have functionality, but if functionality isn't easy to use, well then what's kind of the point, So what we've done is we've really made it simple and intuitive to use. But yes, 100%.
So for the other users, I mean, not the main users, but let's say
guests on the platform.
Guests, whoever's a guest. Let's say I'm a lender, I share this deal, and hey, broker, I want you to come look at this deal. If there's some checklist items that you need to check off, do they just receive an invitation on initially, and then they create an account, and then they get an email every time there's some activity or something they need to do?
Yeah, exactly that. So they'd receive an invitation via email. They'd set up an account, and then it will link them back to the ProDeal room, so that everything happens within the ProDeal room in and of itself. So then there's no more emailing back and forth. Yes. So to answer your question, that's exactly it.
And so you use the word room. So you consider a room as a deal? Like let's say I'm working on a loan.
Yes.
When I uploaded that and created it, you would call that a room.
Correct.
Okay.
So in ProDeal, we refer to them as rooms, but we can call them whatever you'd like.
Okay. All right. And so you've got the email, you've got the document sharing, you've got the checklist. So as a private lender, I would use ProDeal to streamline the transaction piece, and then I'd use a different system to, when it closes and service a loan and all that other stuff. So that'd be completely separate.
100%. As the loan servicing and whatnot do. I mean, sometimes we have lenders that on ProDeal like to keep the product or the different deals on the platform in order for them, maybe asset management down the road or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, we're essentially from due diligence to close. Make that piece of the puzzle really simple. We just saw a really big need in the market for that to happen, and so we wanted to solve the problem, and we've done a great job. So invite you all to come and test it out and try and use it.
Nice. And it seems like there's other loan origination software systems or other technology in the private lending space in particular, where some of them have a client portal and some of them don't. But it seems like with ProDeal, it's the collaboration of the transaction is one of the key components that you can invite whoever you want to participate in looking at documents or using the checklist.
100%.
And that seems like a pretty unique offering within the space.
We'd like to think so, definitely, Rocky. Yeah.
All right. So if anyone has any questions, look up Yas on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And reach out to her. And what's the website for ProDeal?
www.prodeal360.com. You can request a demo on our website, or you can always add me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to offer you a web demo, and we can go through and help you guys streamline your deals.
All right. Thank you, Yas, for joining us.
Thank you so much,
CMA.
Rocky. Yeah, it's great to be here.
You.
Thank you.
All right.